Good morning. My name is Austin. I work here at Serenity House. I hope y'all had a good weekend. We've got I am an addict. I got clean here on October 19th of 2014. So I'm super grateful for Serenity House. We have a medical detox, inpatient residential treatment, outpatient treatment, peer recovery coaches, and we've also got a youth prevention program here in Abilene that serves the big country, lots of schools all over the big country. And so I'm very grateful to be a part of this deal. Let's start the week off with the just for today. Happiness. We come to know happiness, joy, and freedom. If someone stopped you on the street today and asked if you were happy, what would you say? Well, gee, let's see. I have a place to live, food in the refrigerator, a job, my car is running. Well, yes, I guess I'm happy, you might respond. These are outward examples of things that many of us have traditionally associated with happiness. We often forget, however, that happiness is a choice. No one can make us happy. Happiness is what we find in our involvement with Narcotics Anonymous. The happiness we derive from a life focused on service to the addict who still suffers is great indeed. And when we place service to others ahead of our own desires, we find that we take the focus off ourselves. As a result, we live a more centered, harmonious life. In being of service to others, we find our own needs more than fulfilled. Happiness, what is it really? We can think of happiness as contentment and satisfaction. Both of these states of mind seem to come to us when we least strive for them. As we live just for today, carrying the message to the addict who still suffers, we find contentment, happiness, and a deeply meaningful life. Just for today, I'm going to be happy. I will find my happiness by being of service to others. Get one more little pull. You know, there's been lots of things early on in my recovery. There's lots of things I try to make myself happy, right? I try the restaurant recovery, right? Eating my feelings away. I try the retail recovery, buying things that I don't need. I try, the sexual. I try to have sex to get rid of my feelings, right? And it wasn't until the step work and processes that I really started to understand what I was feeling. Notice I didn't say I started to get free from them, right? Because even on a different level, still, when I do get past all the, when I get to a place where life starts getting better and I start thinking that I need a certain type of vehicle, that I need to have a home, that I need to have all these things to make me happy, I couldn't be more wrong, right? And I learned that the hard way. I spent lots of time trying to acquire things that I thought were going to make me happy that didn't. And so it's in the step working process where I learn about these things and I learn about this void that I have that I try to fill with all these other things that is not capable of being filled. But what I can tell you is that when I'm working with somebody else, listening to somebody else, sharing with somebody else, helping somebody else, it's in those moments of service to others when I completely forget about that void that I have in my stomach. It's always been like when I'm not helping somebody else, it's self-centeredness. Like, what can I do to make myself feel better? All these things. What can I do to make my life better? What can I do? But it's really whenever I engage in other people's lives and what's making their life better that I forget about what's going on in here. And so this just for today couldn't be any more truthful when it's talking about service to others. And that's why service to others is so important. When we're serving other people's, we forget about what's going on in here and in here, right? And so if you're caught up in self-centeredness today, if you're like me and you struggle with the disease of addiction and being selfish and self-centered is a problem that you have to deal with daily, what works for me and lots of other addicts is helping other people. And that's why I'm blessed to be a part of Serenity House and in a position to where I can help people, man. And because I know that I spent some years helping myself, right? And acquiring things and positions and all this stuff that didn't serve me. And so when I started praying for something that was fulfilling, this is where I ended up. I'm very grateful. If y'all have any questions, need support, anything like that, please reach out. Thank y'all for tuning in. We will see y'all tomorrow.